Welcome back to another action figure review. I know it's been a little while since I have done one of these. This is going to be my first video for the year of 2023, and I didn't think of anything better than doing the Guardians of the Galaxy line. Today we do got Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I'm going to be moving Star-Lord to the right a little bit. On this side, I'm going to be going ahead and placing the order that I'm going to be doing these reviews. I'm going to be doing the reviews off of the actual list that they have when they did come with the Marvel Legends, and that's how I am going to be reviewing them. I think it's fitting since the Guardians of the Galaxy movie did just come out. I have not seen it yet, so will not be posting any spoilers or anything like that. Only giving my thoughts about what I think is going to happen in the movie and going forward from there. So first off, I think it's fitting to go ahead and start with Star-Lord. Overall, he is looking great. Let's go ahead and get him off the stand, standing up, so we can go ahead and get into this video. Alright, so first of all, this Star-Lord is different from the ones that we've seen in the past. He has a brand new suit. Moving him over, on this side we are showing the screenshots that we have from trailers or promotional art showing off this beautiful new suit. Overall, this suit is a little different in my opinion, but I think it's a little bit more comic accurate to what we've seen in the comics. Actually do like the suit overall. I like the color of the blue and the red. I think the actual promotional art and actual in the movie it's a little darker, the blue, and I actually think there's a little more detailing overall. But still, overall, I'm glad to have this suit. I think it's very good, and I think this is the best head sculpt we've had so far. To go and bring him a little bit closer, yeah, I think this is a very good head sculpt of Chris Pratt. Overall, his face sculpt in the past have not been so good. To bring in an example, I do have the Volume 2 one, and yeah, that doesn't even look like Chris Pratt. And I don't have the figure, but I do have a Volume 1 head, well 2 actually, just because I actually bought this figure off of eBay than actually getting it from the original release. As you can go ahead and see with these two, the head sculpt is like not even close to how good this one is. I do know there was another figure that was released for the Thor Love and Thunder for Star-Lord. I just skipped that one. I didn't really like the design, how it looked. I didn't even think it looked like Chris Pratt. I think this one is overall just a lot better. For the actual design, I am seeing that it's the same one as we are seeing on this figure. Give me 1 second, move his arm back. I remove this one's gun. As you can see, the pants from right here down is all the same. The only difference from this one and this one is that this one has the little peg for the blasters and this one does not. For the body, it looks like the arms are actually the same. As you can see here, this looks like different painting on them. The torso area, brand new. You know, we have a jacket on this one, and this one is the closed uniform. Going to the backs, yeah. So it just looks like overall the main parts of the body has been reused from this figure. The only difference here is being the actual chest piece and the torso area that is being different from the actual one. Besides that, it looks like everything else is completely the same, which can't complain. Overall, I do think that this figure still is an amazing figure, and I'm glad to have it. With the actual blasters that we are receiving with this one, you can see they are different from the old ones that we have. Not sure why they switched them out in the movies. I'm actually a more bigger fan of this one than the newer ones, but I can't wait to see what these are able to do. But just going ahead and having them hold it is really easy. You know, just slip it in there and he holds it pretty nice. Has no issues, it doesn't fall out, anything like that. To go ahead and jump into the articulation here with the head, you can go ahead and get him to look up that far, which is, you know, not a lot, but it's pretty decent. And then with looking down, he doesn't look down at all, to be honest. Like, it's just a straightforward look. With the actual arms, we can go ahead and get them out a little less than 9 degrees, so that's as far you can go with the arms. It does have a swivel at the bicep. It does have double jointed elbows, but it still has the pins, which makes sense since it is just being a reuse of these arms. With the wrist, you can go ahead and get it bending forward that much, back that much. Oh, popped it out. And that's how it is with the same other arm as well. He can go ahead and crunch forward that much and crunch back quite a bit. Only issue is, actually no, it actually goes up the design all the way. It doesn't get cut off. And then Not at the back. The back has no design, but it's fine since this part goes up into like the part that bends, so it doesn't cause any issues with it. This belt is not molded in. It can actually be moved up and down. You can have him twist at the waist, and then for the legs he can go and kick up that much, kick back almost not at all. Has the thigh cut, has double jointed knees, still has the pins, and then with the ankle it can go ahead and get it bending that much and bending up that much, and does have amazing ankle pivot. Overall, the articulation with this guy is basically the same to the previous figure, except for with this figure you can actually get him to bend down, where with this one, since the jacket, it's a little hard to get him to bend, crunch forward or back. But I don't think, yeah, with this head one as well, it's hard having him look back, but he can look down more than you can with this one, and then this one can look up more than you can with this one. Just go ahead and having these two do a side-by-side comparison. The first thing I did realize is with this newer Star-Lord, you can actually go ahead and get his arms closer together than you can with this one. With this one, his arms are sticking out wise, while this one are going straight down. Overall, I think they're about the same size. If anything, I think this one's just a little bit taller overall. But I'm still glad to have this one. I think it's an amazing figure. What I want to go ahead and do is I want to try to put the newer head sculpt on the older one's body and see how that looks. Here we go. Overall, I think that looks great. I think it looks amazing. So if you wanted to go ahead and get another Star-Lord body and just put it on the head and put it on the older one's body, I think that looks great. Moving him back here. I'm not sure if he's gonna wear it, but I have an old head with the mask on. Let's go ahead and pop this on. And I think it looks a little high sitting up there with the neck area from the camera, but overall I think it looks pretty good. So if you wanted to have this kind of look, I'm not sure if he's going to wear the helmet in the new movie, but if you did want this look with the Star-Lord to have the old helmet and this one to wear the head, you can go ahead and do so. But overall, the figures' heads are able to swap on pretty easily. Popping them on wasn't too hard. I think the hardest part was trying to get this one on to this body, but after the first pop in, it went fine with no issues. So overall, just my final thoughts on this figure. It's an amazing figure. Even though it did use a lot of reused parts, I think overall it just came out amazing. The head sculpt is one thing I'm loving about this new figure. It just blows all the other head sculpts just out of the water. None of them really got the look, the likeness of Chris Pratt. With this one, you can tell right away. Just looking at the figure, you can tell who it is. Overall, I'm so glad I have him in my collection. I'm gonna put him on my phase 4 and 5 shelf right next to the Eternals, you know, since they're all kind of space related. So with this figure, I'm so glad to have him. I'm going to be going ahead and doing the next figure review, probably back to back, just releasing them all together. And then afterwards, I'll, you know, of course, on my TikTok or either Instagram, go ahead and give my thoughts of the movie when I do eventually see it. Just please no spoilers in the comments. Wouldn't want anyone to see any spoilers, and you know, fortunately get the movie spoiled for myself. I'm hoping this isn't the last time we see him as Star-Lord with the Guardians. I really did like Chris Pratt as Star-Lord. I do hope he continues playing him into, you know, probably a couple more years, possibly. If they do a Guardians Volume 4, we can see him if he retires from the Guardians or if he just goes on his own way. I really just don't hope they do not kill him off. But overall, he's an amazing figure. If you have the opportunity to pick him up, do so. If not just for the new uniform, but the amazing head sculpt and, you know, possibly customizing this body for another figure. I can go and see these being used as comic ones. I'm gonna put a comic picture right here, and you can go ahead and use probably the body just to go ahead and recreate this image. But overall, figure is a 10 out of 10. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and comment. I'd always love to hear your feedback. Let me know of anything I can go ahead and improve. But I do want to go and thank you guys all for watching. You guys have yourself a wonderful day.